And now when it's happening, this massacre in Gaza, we cry. There's not a day that doesn't go since it's over 60 days that we're demonstrating in the streets tirelessly in front of the United Nations, in London, in Jerusalem. Unfortunately, they went demonstrating, but they're brutally beaten when they go demonstrate. But we go out, there would be tens of thousands more demonstrating if it wouldn't be for the vicious attacks of the Zionists even around the world. We went out and our car tires were slashed, our the cars keyed, mirrored, broken, and so forth. And we get death threats, but we go out and demonstrate. There would be tens of thousands more, but we go out and demonstrate, and we hurt and feel. Now with the Gaza, we beg and plead with the leaders of the world that it's 75 years you went lockstep with the Zionists. You listened to them. You bought their narrative. What has that brought? More death, more suffering of the Palestinian, tens of thousands of people murdered, but also Jews. Besides what the Zionists murder and oppress and assassinate from our rabbis, but even the ones that are in their support, what has brought this issue, the creation of the state of Israel? It has brought that you go to their cemeteries where their soldiers are buried, you have tens of thousands buried. Why? Because they're trying to implement a nationalist home called Israel. Why is it necessary when we were living together, Jews and Muslims and Christians? So it's only the implementation of this that's causing death. And let me just finish with this very one little thought, because they keep on attacking everybody today as anti-Semitic, anti-Semitic, anti-Semitic. Again, remember, it's insulting the intelligence of any human being, because till they came around a little over 100 years, not 75, a little over 100 years, Jews were living in every Arab land, and we were living in Palestine. We people of the Arab and Muslim community and Jewish community will attest how we lived together. What changed? One thing changed: Zionism. Since Zionism came, there's death and suffering. So what is the root cause of all the bloodshed and the hate that's growing around the world? That they're yelling that this anti-Semitism is growing. Purely the occupation. So they are the cause. They are the personification of anti-Semitism and the cause of exacerbation of anti-Semitism. And how dare they accuse the beautiful people of Gaza, who are our neighbors and friends. They dehumanized them. They demonize them and dehumanize them, that it's able to bomb day in and day out and kill, and the world is silent. We plead with the world. 75 years you bought into their narrative. Respect us. You hear what the Jews are saying. Hear what the Muslims, but everybody is yelling that it's nothing. It's not a religious conflict. It's a movement that's flawed. And look, 1,200 people were just murdered, and we're not condoning the violence, but it's a shock. Since Hitler, that didn't happen. Why did that happen? Not because of a difference of religion, because of this implementation of the state. So that should say enough. But that's not enough. So they're killing tens of thousands of Muslims there and Christians there in Gaza. They're dying. They're not dying. They're murdered. They're pulverized. And the world is saying we continue buying what the Zionists are saying and let people be murdered like ants. This is incomprehensible and unacceptable.